I'm taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? Jesus Shuttleworth, the guy, aka the GOAT artist, you know what it is, LB Lauderdale Boss, ringgameradio.com, Monday Night Boxing Talk. Let's get it. Sambo Canes Forever coming soon.
Yes, sir. Bringing in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You know who this is. Your boy King Peebo. They can box in the building. Ring Game Radio all day. Let's go. And as your king, you mediocre boxing fans, you know, you casuals, you mediocre fucking boxing content creators. I be seeing some of the shit y'all be putting in. Some of y'all really need to, like, y'all can't be allowed in the bodega at all, because like, some of the shit that y'all be saying is like, oh my God. Like, bro, y'all are not as smart as you think you are. Never. And they just be like, okay, you're an idiot. And guess what? I just want to tell you something. The only time you get any traction is when people tell you how much of an idiot you are. And just let me tell you, that's not exactly some gimmick you want. That's not exactly the best gimmick. So, just saying, no names, but you know, there's a couple of people out there like that.
Yeah, so if the shoe fits, put it on, nigga.
Well, also, niggas that can't pick up a 30-pound, 40-pound fucking trash bag can't move that shit at all. Nah, you can't come into bodega. Nah, fuck out of here.
Who raised you, nigga? Who raised you? Y'all, them niggas can't even pull up. Y'all can't even park on this block, nigga. Y'all gotta park down the street and walk through type shit.
Yo, you niggas is silly as hell, yo. Man, no, P got a point about the boxing creators, yo. Yo, some of you niggas is just fucking weird out there too. Like, and one pretty much trolled his way to getting a sparring ass whooping. You know, because we all know who I'm talking about. So yeah, like, you know, you motherfuckers gotta watch what you say, and hopefully, because you know, one day it might bite you in the ass. You know what I'm saying?
Man, them boxers know who the fuck with when it comes to that shit. They always seemingly want to be sparring the niggas who be on that wave. But that nigga who really got hands had that energy. Motherfuckers never pick them niggas.
That's also true. Straight up.
They know.
You know, but yo, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? Pod the West Coast Avenger. Preparing for liftoff, Ring Game Radio. Let's fly. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Constant stays elevated above the clouds and shit. And last but certainly not least, I got my other man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
Yo, you already know who the fuck it is. We're on top 5 in this bitch, but I'm not 5. You already know, nigga. Chicago stand up. Southside.
A little remix to that. You know what I'm saying? But I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? Rome top 5. Leaves these niggas in the breeze. You dig? So yeah, no. Basically, we had a fairly light week of boxing this weekend, and you know, so there's it happens or whatever. You know, just briefly, I briefly mentioned, you know, Natasha Jonas though getting her ass whooped by Lauren Price though. That was sad to watch. Like, you know, that was a really sad fight, and I truthfully,
what's sad is Price didn't get the goddamn KO, cause man,
yeah. You know, I mean, Jonas. I mean, obviously, you know, she also too got robbed by Katie Taylor some years back. You know, when they were both, you know, fighting on Eddie's Mandingo cards and shit like that, and you know, she did become a champion after like that. But you know, time comes for us all. But yeah, getting her ass whooped like she did, it was just like, oof.
I think Price is just too good in the wrong style.
To Shutter's point, Price is one of the rare females that be getting this bit. She be knocking shit loose. So I was kind of shocked she didn't get the knockout. But you know, Jonas is durable. You know, so
because she didn't really like press for it because she was hurting Jonas like throughout the fight. Like I've never seen Jonas be rendered like useless. Like, cause Jonas really like I don't think this bitch landed like 5 good punches on Shorty. Like,
yeah,
she was really like outbox, out everything. Like she didn't really get nothing going. Like if Price would have just pressed her more, she probably could got knocked out because she was hurting her.
Yeah, that stoppage would have came. Like honestly, it was really sad to watch because Jones has been has been pretty much a good stalwart of women's boxing over the last 5-6 years, maybe even more than that.
Miss GB been holding it down, but this fight, nah. Like I feel like she just had the wrong strategy too. Like she tried to I don't know. And the thing is, if you would have seen her at the weigh-in, that told me something right then wasn't right. Like this first time I've seen somebody, a woman just do the weigh-in, and you just in a hoodie and all that shit. You don't even take your clothes off.
Yeah, facts.
So I was like, God damn, bitch, you're not in shape. Like, why the fuck are you even doing this? It just the look on her face was just on some I couldn't be bothered. Like, and she fought like it too. There was no urgency. It was just following Price around, and Price was just
yeah.
Whole 10 rounds. Every round was the same.
Yeah, it was sad to watch. Like honestly, a mercy stoppage would have probably been a better result than her taking that type of punishment for 10 rounds. Like she was. Yeah,
because she was never in the fight. Like you can't give Jonas one round.
No, you can't. Although the judges sure as hell did, and every one of them, need.
I think one judge had it 90 to 100. I was like, yeah,
that's the score.
That's the score. Like, you literally had to give Jonas a mercy round because she never did enough. And it's I can't believe this is the same person who gave Katie Taylor hard fights, Mayer hard fights. Like, damn, she was just outclassed. Like, nothing she could do. We rarely see that shit.
Yeah, just wasn't her night. It was a horrible night at the office for her.
Nigga, this is go past wasn't her night. Like, this isn't her week. Like, shit.
Yeah, seriously, I was just like, damn, should you even be fighting anymore? It's like, I mean, usually when people lose like that, they lose their fighting fire. Like there's something got extinguished. And it's not just.
Is she 42? Is she 40?
Yeah, she's 40. Yeah, she's old. Yeah.
But I see Clarissa Shields made a tweet about it. Like, I see why you ain't want to fight me. Man, Price is whooping your ass. If that would have been me, I would have stopped you. And I'm like, damn it, lady. Like, it ain't always about you, nigga. Like.
But low key, she's not lying. She probably will. Clarissa is
dude, fucking Jonas started fighting at 135.
Yeah, definitely. And
the fact she went up to get a title at 154 and be effective at 147, Clarissa Shields. If that's the case, if you could beat nigga, why don't you just call out Price? Because niggas even pressed her on that. Niggas is like, what about you and Price? And she's like, yeah, that's later down the line or some shit. I'm like why y'all niggas always calling out the fucking loser, bro?
And what later down the line, she's in your divisions. All she has to do is you're running out of name fighters to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know the talent is thin above 154. So Clarissa, she's gonna have to see
because that fight was at 147, ain't it?
Which one? The Price and Jonas?
Yeah,
wasn't that 147?
Oh, it was. I thought it was 154 for some reason, but 147.
No, I thought it was 147. Yeah,
147 because Jonas has been at 154 before, but that's the thing I'm talking about.
She moved back down. She moved down.
Yeah, Shields ate her way out of those the contention of those weight classes. So, to be minding that business over there, it's just waste of time because you're not gonna fight nobody down there. Like you're getting upset that a nigga who started at 135 didn't want to fight you.
Yeah.
Are we really going there? Like, imagine Golovkin getting mad at Terrence Crawford. Like, you never fought me. We was both on HBO at the same time. Like,
sounds like
what kind of stupid shit is that?
Yeah. I think Clarissa needs to be more concerned about having dirty blunt smoke in her system and shit like that than critiquing other lighter fighters than her right now. Like she needs to.
Yo, niggas must have smoked out that arena hard as fuck.
I think if I'm not mistaken, she dropped the WBO too, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, because WBO doesn't allow people holding two belts in different divisions at the same time, so she was forced to make a choice.
I got you.
So, and she made a choice to be a heavyweight so she can have her booty, as she likes to keep saying in her tweets. You know, and shit like that.
Papoosie's alphabetical slaughter. You know what I'm saying?
I seen Shadesha Green call her out in some, because she was looking at it like the whole like, why did you ever call my people, hit up my people to get on that Netflix card and all this, da 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 da.
Shields has too much pride to not be a co-main. Like that'd be a money co-main. You beat the shit out of Shadesha Green, but you don't.
That's what I'm saying, and be on Netflix. Then you could talk about, oh, I'm the most seen woman boxer and all this shit. But until that happens, it's like
imagine Papoose. You know, Papoose could come out there, perform one of his songs for you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a great look. You know, I mean, you know,
it's too much pride, like you said, because she literally could just beat up Shadesha Green on the co-main and just call it a night.
I think it's an all-female card, which some people don't like it, but whatever. It's boxing, so I ain't tripping.
The fact it's on Netflix and it's an all-female card, like that's big. Like, so more people gonna see that than they gonna see these turkey cards niggas be hyping up.
Even though they're better, so it's like,
yeah, but what's the point of being better if damn less people are watching it? That's like some underground mixtape rapper argument. You know that nigga nicer.
Well, pretty much.
Ain't no one listens to this nigga mixtape.
Well, I mean, that's the legacy of Mayweather versus Pacquiao now. Even if the shit is trash, you know, it's like, oh, a lot of people saw it. That's literally its legacy right now. We're seeing it being played out.
Well, I mean, hold on. There's a happy medium somewhere in between.
There is a happy medium, but that's exactly the legacy that fight is leaving behind. As long as there's people watching it, doesn't matter if the presentation is boxing at its best. You know, that's what today 20. That's what boxing 25 is.
No, but that's all right. That's kind of not right. Simply because
Mayweather Pacquiao was trash.
No. I mean, it underwhelmed, but it wasn't supposed to. It was
going to. There was nothing on that card that was announced that was ever said that says that was going to be good. 3 fights for $100, and none of them delivered. Like it was trash. Like. From undercard to the main event.
And then they kept the damn public out of the promotion. They did everything on some closed door weigh-in, closed door press conferences. They're like, that's the thing with Mayweather Pacquiao. They acted like we were getting treated to some special event when they never did. It was just business. That's why you see all these fights like Spence and Crawford, Ryan Garcia, Tank. That's why they all felt bigger. Because it was never just taken away from the public.
The only difference is
maybe I mean, because there. I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but I remember like the whole thing was, well, you know, with Mayweather Pacquiao, the fight sells itself. That's always what I heard. You know, the fight sells itself. You don't need.
It did, but you had a chance to elevate the sport. And imagine if they really would have promoted that shit instead of saying, well, the trolls and the dick riders promote this fight for 5 years, so we ain't got to do nothing. These niggas can just fight. Instead of just saying, you know what, okay, we finally got this fight. Let's go all out, promo the fuck out of this, and give everybody what they want. Like the conversations, the talks, the guest appearances, all that shit. Like they never really decided to do no shit like that. No press tour, no nothing. And this is the fight of the century. Like they dropped the ball on that. And then that's what I'm talking about. How boxing is lazy when it comes to shit like that.
The only difference is though it has the pay-per-view buy record, so it showed a shit full of pay-per-views.
Yeah, I mean the fight was talked about for 5 years. Mm-hmm. It just the thing is, it's one of those. It kind of came in and went. Like Mayweather Pacquiao isn't held in no special regard in nobody's heart. It just people just remember the numbers. That's it. It has no legacy.
And that's why I correlate to the shit like Jake Paul is doing or whatever Netflix is, because it's just like if the action is, people remember the numbers. You know, it's like, oh, it was this, that, and the third. But okay, like what was that card like? With the exception of obviously the women's card, the women's fight, that shit was like it wasn't good.
What I'm saying, dude, you still got a fucking fight of the year.
Comparing those two are kind of disingenuous because one is a legitimate fucking fight, the other one's a dog and pony show. Like, come on, I'm not going to do that. We're not being legitimate.
He's comparing the co-main to the main. Like you can't do that shit, bro. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah, the co-main.
Pacquiao Mayweather, like that's what started all this shit now with niggas marinating zeros and all this bullshit and nobody fighting each other. Them niggas started that bullshit. But the only difference is they was good enough to not be losing like these niggas do. So they could have held out fighting other people until they fought each other. These niggas now, like, you can't plan no fight in advance because these niggas ain't that good.
Yeah, but I do agree with Pete, though. There is a happy medium, and we just need to actually see it. Hopefully, we'll see it one day. Like, actually, we saw it in 2019. We saw the happy medium in 2019. You know, there was the big fight delivered. You know, and
that's on every platform. If we talking about just Amazon is the closest thing you'll get to in between, meaning as real promotion is something that everybody knows and has Amazon, as opposed to like the Zone where it's like, you know, not too many people have it, shit like that. Like, so it's like certain cards. Well, what was the pay-per-view buys? The greatest card of all time had 45,000 buys in what, America?
No, that was like false. It's not.
What was it then?
I don't know that the number hasn't been released.
Oh, so the niggas are still on. Nah, that number was the real number. Like,
nah, the number came from a parody account, nigga. That's not the fucking real number.
Then where's the real number? No one has a real number by now.
No one has it yet. It has been. It's the same thing with taking Roach, niggas. I'm hearing it didn't even break 100, but the real number, like the people who used to report, didn't report the shit yet. So it's like, so
now everybody's hiding the fucking numbers. The goddamn. The fucking YouTube preview shit on the PBC Tank Roach had more views than goddamn that Turkey shit.
Well, that's YouTube.
65,000 people watching the damn YouTube.
YouTube is YouTube. It's not pay-per-views, nigga. No, YouTube is free, nigga.
It still don't matter. You had 60 people talking about, oh, this fight ain't selling. Oh, nobody wants to see this. You had 65,000 motherfuckers watching that shit.
I mean,
the free version.
I mean, pay-per-view buys. The only person who actually sells pay-per-views that's left is Canelo. He's the only one that's legit. That's a legitimate. Everyone else is just kind of they're one-offs or they're just not selling pay-per-views. I mean, that's the bottom line, pretty much. Unless you're Jake Paul, you know.
The man had to sell with Edgar Berlanga, who has his own little bullshit fan base.
Yeah,
Munguia and like Canelo still can't sell. Like if you put Canelo in there with John Ryder, you get Canelo bullshit numbers.
Well, but I'm saying Canelo's the one with actually proven history. Like, whereas everyone else is kind of one-offs. Tank is a one-off. Ryan Garcia is a one-off. I mean, Crawford and Spence, which was built up, only did 600, 700K max. You know, so
well, I will say with Tank. I mean, they keep putting him on pay-per-view, so they got to have some kind of return if they can.
Nah, because he's selling out gates. These other niggas ain't selling out.
The gate,
$7-8 million gates.
The gates, probably the gates. Yeah, because I know pay-per-view.
And even then, wasn't Tank doing like 250,000 buys, 350 buys?
I think like, 300.
Yeah, but the gate number is more than made up for it.
Yeah, like even Canelo Gates ain't making money like that.
But Canelo has actually
shit. In the Bivol fight, they were in the red. They lost money on that Bivol fight.
You know,
these Canelo fights don't be making no fucking. Don't need Canelo fights that be making money with like Golovkin fights.
Canelo makes money. He gets like 50 cents on every concession thing he makes. So Canelo makes hand over fist money on whatever. That's why he keeps fighting, because he literally makes money off the concession.
Yeah, no, but I mean, regardless of whether he made the money or not, it doesn't change the fact that his last couple of fights, most of them have been dead, like just
Saunders, Bivol, like them shit ain't sell.
Commercially panned.
The buzzing in there. The buzzing there for the buzzing.
It's not.
He can only sell when he on PBC.
Yeah, it was commercially panned for like 3 out of the last 4. He didn't
I don't
make
think he
no
sold
money.
with Munguia. If he did, I mean.
No, the Munguia one did decent numbers. I heard, but the Berlanga one was a flop.
I heard Berlanga did like 600,000 pay-per-view buys.
I heard Berlanga was the better one. I know, but Munguia was the flop.
Maybe I'm confusing the two. Then hold on,
I think you got it mixed up. But I didn't hear Munguia was a flop either, though.
One of them was a flop, but like considered a flop, and the other one did well.
Yeah, no, Berlanga was the one because we'll go more into Berlanga because like I got some bars for Berlanga and what's going on right now.
Okay, my bad. Then flip them because I'm like I know one of them did well, one of them didn't. So I guess I got the.
And even then, if you're Mexican and you can't sell against another Mexican, like, how Mexican are you, nigga?
I mean, he sold with Chavez Jr. I mean, he definitely.
Yeah,
Chavez Jr., bro.
Chavez Jr. Who gives a fuck about Munguia?
And even then, it's like, come on, bro. Like, you can't even knock these niggas out.
Yeah, I mean, pay per view. The legit pay per view like headliners. I mean, it's probably a dead thing. Like, because fighters aren't even built up the way they need to be be selling pay per views anymore. So it's
and that goes for all of them. Fucking Canelo ain't fighting the type of people he need to fight to be on pay per view. Skull, really? The fuck out of here.
God, I really hope that bullshit ain't on no pay per view. But it's Turkey. It's not PBC that's paying for it. It's Turkey's paying for this shit.
Motherfucker can't even come out with his own belts. Turkey's like, nah, I need that Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves belt.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think I'm gonna watch that Skull fight because Skull was complete ass.
Yeah, it's
a waste of time. That's a waste of time.
Yeah, that's why I'm mad at Shishkin. If Shishkin actually won that belt, then I would be interested in Canelo versus Shishkin. At least, okay, that's interesting. Shishkin can actually fight. He can actually fight good offensively, whereas Skull is just like it has all of Laura's worst traits.
I mean, I wouldn't have liked Shishkin either because Shishkin's just a fucking caveman. But
yeah, I would have. Yeah, he would have came to fight. That's the problem. Like he was.
Skull is complete ass.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
No,
Shishkin would have been better.
I mean, yeah, he would have came to fight. But I mean, I'm gonna at least give Canelo his respect. You got to be a little bit better than a fucking caveman to beat Canelo, like. So,
yeah, but this is
a caveman that's throwing 100 punches around. Hold on, like.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Shishkin would have been more interesting to me. Because he's an actual contender, whereas Skull was one just picked out of Germany somewhere and got a high ranking from God knows what or where. Yeah, at
least we seen Shishkin kind of hold it down a little. Like, and both options are bad. It just Skull is the worst option.
I'm not disagreeing. Skull is by far the worst option.
Yeah, no, God forbid.
Yeah, but Canelo's a face of boxing. Look at this bullshit. Like, come on, fuck this nigga. Horrible ass fights.
Yeah.
Like, and now he in Turkey dick riding this dude, but it's like, bro, like, no one gives a fuck until you get Benavidez versus Canelo. Like, you can't sell me on any Canelo fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That's been dead. Like Canelo being the face of boxing. And there was not too long ago. There was a time where it was like. I looked at Tank and Canelo as 1A and 1B. Now it's not even that. Like Canelo's time.
Dude, Canelo stopped being the face of boxing when it became clear he wasn't trying to face Benavidez. Like when you don't try to face your biggest op and you got all the belts and niggas is kind of maneuvering around you in order to stay relevant, like you lost the plot. Like all this face of boxing shit, nah. Oh, what up, Android? Salute, what it do? Lord Freezer, what it do? Salute. Canelo never faced a boxer. Goddamn right, he never was. You can't be fucking...
Not Crawford, though.
Crawford ain't no goddamn face of boxing. Just because you go on a victory, a year-long victory tour don't mean you're the face of boxing.
I mean, right now, they're just multiple faces of boxing right now. Not one that's really standing out. Because even with Tank hasn't really kind of crossed over to the way niggas would think he is. Mostly because he doesn't do a lot of media. That's his problem. So it's like...
He been doing that shit this year. Like, this fight with Roach, like... He's crossover. Niggas know Tank. It's just... I feel like he hasn't had that type of opponent that just kind of transcends.
Question. Question. I was just going to ask a question. Is it reasonable? Is it not far-fetched to think that as of today, that more people care about Ryan than Canelo?
Yes. I feel like more people do care about Ryan Garcia than Canelo. If you're talking about buzz, juice, all of that, excitement, and we're looking forward to their fight, yes.
Because Ryan, he built his brand up basically the new school way, which is putting videos out every fucking day, every fucking hour about what the fuck he's doing on social media. Like he built himself up to.
He's also fighting the top guys though too, which Canelo hasn't been doing.
He's also an exciting. I mean, he's vulnerable, but at least someone's gonna, more likely somebody gonna get knocked out, more than likely.
I mean, I mean, he's a cheating racist POS.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
No, don't get me wrong.
Garcia facing Duarte is better than Canelo facing, let me see, anybody since goddamn Bivol. And that's horrible. Look, we got to go to Bivol.
Mm-hmm.
So come on, man. Like, ain't no way. I don't care. Like, yeah, like he crazy. We done shat on Ryan Garcia enough times. Like, nigga ain't perfect. Dude annoying as fuck. Racist bull, all that shit. Like he don't annoy me as much as Tio do or Canelo though. I'll give you that.
Well, I mean, but they're running the same. Except Tio, his purpose is he's racist because he thinks this. You know,
Tio definitely fucking racist.
Well, Canelo's more annoying, like in a boxing sense, but like because of all the bullshit. But like,
you know,
like personally, I'm more disgusted with the other two because at least Canelo, I think, is a halfway decent guy. The other guys are
fuck him too, because you can't be no halfway decent guy and then you ducking niggas and shit. Fuck him too. I'm just talking about personally.
No, I feel where Pete's coming from because
that's good. No, because honestly, I look at it like this: like that's like those people at your job who they do trash work at your job and they get by, but then they want to be best friends outside the job, and it's like, nigga, I don't even like working around you. Like, you're trash. Like, you make my job harder. Why the fuck I want to go happy hour with you, nigga? Like, the fuck out my face. Like, that's what Canelo is to me. Like, bro, like, I don't want to have a beer with you. I don't want to have a cerveza with you when you ain't fight Benavidez. You having boring ass fucking fights with motherfuckers. You can't knock out niggas like Ryder and Munguia and Berlanga. Like, fuck you. Like, no. Like, you got me sounding like De La Hoya in this motherfucker now. Like, I ain't gonna be friends with you, nigga. You on the same level. Like, I'm not one of these dick riding niggas who's hyping up shit you did 10 years ago.
And speaking of De La Hoya,
I be sounding like Slim Charles. Like, you had the good old HBO days, nigga. Those were the good old days, nigga. The past, bro.
I was watching the Ryan Rowley press conference. In my mind, I was like, "Damn, Oscar could beat all these guys." I pick all these guys versus. I pick Oscar versus all six of them, all six of these niggas in his prime.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
he would literally level all those niggas across the stage, bro.
Like, KO, but he probably beat them all by KO, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I say. I mean, it's just like Oscar. Like, I mean, I know most people get Oscar for what he says, but Oscar can say it. Because literally, he's made probably the most money in the sport. He's fought everyone. He has the titles. Like, he has the gold medal. Like, he literally has accolades you can't even fuck with. Like, so if he says that a nigga like Rolly is trash, and like, what's Rolly gonna say? Well, he can talk his trash, but you know, but Oscar as a fighter surpassed him as a, you know. Oscar in his first year as a fighter surpassed what Rolly fucking did. You know,
it's like it's night and day. Like, maybe a light year. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, like niggas might not like what Oscar says, but Oscar can say it because he's like, I mean, like, what are you gonna tell him? Like, he's just...
and he wasn't one of those people who started this whole waiting out the super fight shit. That's Mayweather Pacquiao, like that whole let's marinate. Yeah, let's make this fight bigger and bigger. Like, no, fuck you, nigga. Like, y'all just fight already.
Yeah, I mean,
Oscar was the last true face of boxing that never ducked the smoke and gave us fights on time.
Well, yeah. He didn't
fights on time. What was that? Fights on time, which is like a forgotten concept.
Not my marination, because he knew that's where the money was. I mean, he was a golden boy, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fight."
But that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. Like, motherfuckers were upholding the sport. Like, niggas knew, like, all right, summertime, I gotta give y'all niggas a super fight. Yeah, here it go. These niggas now is like, fuck it, summertime. Shit, I gotta fuck with these hoes, man. Fuck this boxing shit, nigga. Like,
yeah,
the whole commitment is just different, man. Like,
yeah, like Oscar didn't really duck anyone until like the end of his career when, you know, he ducked Margarito because, you know, he beat the shit out of Cotto and fought Steve.
Yeah, Margarito was the only real true duck he had, which was crazy because
that was down the line. Yeah, I feel it though. But I don't. Yeah,
it's crazy because like De La Hoya should beat the shit out of Margarito, so him ducking him was just. That shit just felt scary, like.
Yeah, he didn't, and then he fought Pacquiao at a catchweight that he wanted, and you know, got his career ended. So it's like.
But then people switched the narrative and made it seem like Pacquiao forced the superstar De La Hoya to fight at this catchweight. Like, right. Then we had this whole saga of Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao fans annoying the fuck out of the rest of boxing fans. And they had a horrible ass fight, and that didn't go nowhere. And goddamn fucking Floyd dad even complaining, talking about stop running. Like
it didn't propel the sport. I mean, it really didn't.
It didn't. It was one of those. Pacquiao Floyd was like, okay, let's just check off. Let's mark the checklist on boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just super fight that made 100 mil, check. Bored everybody in Vegas, check. Excuses from both fighters afterwards, check.
Yes.
Like that shit was just horrible.
And my boy actually got tickets at the last minute he went there because he was just like, it was some shit to do. And he said it was probably one of the worst shits he ever went to live. Like,
yeah, the atmosphere was just so dead, man. Like, that's why I don't mind, like, the energy fucking Ryan Garcia and Tank and all the young niggas bring, Devin Haney and all, because you need that. Like, they need all that shit. This boxing supposed to be interactive. You're supposed to be going back and forth with the fans and proclaiming this and that. When you remove all of that, it's just some corporate sponsored picnic bullshit, which is what we got from them two niggas.
Yeah, no.
The biggest knock on their legacy is the horrible fight they gave us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is gonna be definitely gonna be an interesting segment to cut out too. But hey, niggas got to hear it. Like, nigga, we just gave you a real life history. Yeah, but
it's facts though. Like that shit ain't do nothing for the sport. Like, it made those niggas richer, but it didn't do. You hardly even have highlights from that fight. You got like maybe 4 highlights out that fight.
I barely watched. I don't think I've watched that shit again after that fight. I was just like,
yeah, dude, it's literally one of those fights you just saw it in time, but you don't go. Shit felt like a Kendrick Lamar album. Like, it's great the first time, but that's it.
Because I called everybody over to order it. I ordered to order it because it was a moment, but it was a waste.
Yeah, I paid $100. I had my boy Juck come over and shit like that, and he brought his like fiance Jill, and we were basically, it was just more like we were just bullshitting. Like, it was more intense bullshit. It was
just getting lit. It was just
watching
boxing was just a background noise that night.
Yeah,
which it shouldn't be. Like, I can't imagine Tyson Holyfield being background noise for niggas. Like,
yeah, facts.
Fuck out of here. Like, but Floyd Pacquiao, yeah, that was background noise for niggas.